Hey, what's up, my beautiful, lovely friends across the globe? How are you all doing with your families? I do hope you are doing well. In the new normal crazy world, everything from inflation and from all the craziness out there in the world, I certainly hope that you are doing well and hanging in there. I am trying. It's crazy, believe me. Yeah, what's up, my African family? Are you here? Are you in the room? If you are, please note down in the comment section your country in Africa. I am noting mine. I am Nigerian. Let me get down to the video, the topic of today. And that topic is the downside of immigration. Immigration is moving from your country of origin to a foreign country. It is one of the hardest things in this world. And people move for no reason other than they are seeking for a better opportunity, I understand it, or they are looking for a greener pastures. That is the favorite words of my Nigerian people. They are looking for greener pastures. That is a common saying in Nigeria. So, every reason. Some are looking for convenience. Some are looking for whatever, wealth. But one thing that I want to talk about first is there is more to life than wealth or materialism. Absolutely. There is more to life. You will not appreciate it in Africa or in Asia or any continent you think that you are shortchanged and that you are not getting whatever your expectation or your goal is in life. So you think that somewhere else is far more better, somewhere else is promising to you. But you are making that decision based on whatever that you had on social media or in the media. And most of the time it is not correct. And you cannot make a decision based on incorrect or misguided information. If you take action based on erroneous information that you got out there, most likely that you're going to regret it. And intercontinental relocation is a huge deal. It is. It costs a lot, including a whole lot of money. Some people even have to sell their properties in their home countries, sell their piece of land, everything they ever own, to move over here. And you can imagine when you reach to your promised land, the biblical promised land, you will be surprised or shocked because what you saw is not what you think, or you did not even put that into consideration when you were getting ready to leave your country. And sadly, some people in diaspora, I mean some of our families and friends in diaspora, are giving you all misinformation and disinformation, putting out falsehoods about their lives in the West. Some of them, go get really nice brand name clothes and shoes, maybe out of their credit card, and then posing on Instagram or Facebook showing off how good and how affluent and how well they are. And those in other countries, whether Africa or Asia, is going to say, oh, look, oh, he's doing so well. Look at him. He looks so good. Everything seems to be working for him. Oh my God, I gotta get out of here. I got to get out of here. Please, people, don't let what you are seeing in social media deceive you. Because most of the time, social media is not real. It's not real. No one ever talk about what is happening in their real life. No one will come out in social media to talk about it, except the few. I wish people can. Because if people can be very honest to share their experiences about certain situations they are in life, this life will be much better. Make no mistake, don't misunderstand me. There are so many beautiful things about Western countries. There are so many beautiful things. It is convenient. You have like sophisticated infrastructures, like, healthcare systems, everything. It's nice. But there are also the other side of it that is very detrimental to your mental health. To your mental health and to your overall well-being. And as far as I'm concerned, mental health, your mental health is the most important thing in the world, because the whole concept of a human being is your psychology and your emotion. Once it's damaged, you are basically like floating in the world, empty. So this is why everyone have to super protect their mental health. Oh, back to the topic. When you come over here, you're gonna get a lot of mental health beating. On two ways. One is from your adjustment, your culture shock, your experience, you missing your families and everyone that you know in all your lives in your country, coming over here to a new culture, to brand new people with different, culture and traditions. They don't even understand what you're talking about. They don't even understand your accent. Yes, you are speaking English. Like in America, their English can be quite a little bit different. Their terminology can be quite a little bit different. And they do not understand our accent. Then you have to deal with the frustration that comes with communication. Because it's really very frustrating when you are communicating to someone and they will be like, huh, what do you say? Can you say that again? And you repeat yourself 5 times and they're still not getting it. That can affect your mental well-being. Because it's just not one person. Like everyone that you are trying to communicate to will act like they don't understand what you are saying. That is the initial months or years after you emigrated into this Western country. And it will continue like that until your accent start lightening up, because at a point you're gonna start losing your native accent, and you're gonna have combination of both, combination of your home accent and combination of either UK, Canada, Australia, or US, wherever you are living. You're going to borrow some of those certain aspects of their accent. Is going to be a bit of mixture, and your native accent is going to start lightening. So at least at that time, you can have conversation with people. But before it happens, it seems that you are living in your own world of seclusion. Because even at a workplace, conversation is a problem. Communication is a problem. People tend to misunderstand you. People tend to misunderstand your mannerism. Because I don't know about anywhere else, but here in America where I live, people are not familiar with other cultures. They are stuck in American culture. They are not familiar. They don't know so much about the cultures in the world. So certain things, that you do, they view you as abnormal or that you are crazy. Even though that I'm glad that some of the employers and some of the institutions and workforce has begun to send people on multicultural training, my God, is long overdue. Because this caused a bit of misunderstanding at work. Because employers don't understand, the ethnic people. They read meanings to their actions or their mannerism. Like in my country, Nigeria, we have a high-pitched voice. So when we talk naturally, it looks like we are yelling. Then you're going to get in a serious trouble in American workforce. Because everyone else is going to say that you are yelling, that you are rude. But you are not rude. This is just who you are. I'm citing, an example. And I'm sure it applies to other ethnic minorities in America. Another thing is eye contact. In my culture in Nigeria, we don't do eye contacting. Especially kids. When a kid stares you directly in your eyes, that kid is viewed as disrespectful to adults. And they're going to be disciplined for that. But hey, in America, I don't know about other Western countries, if you're not maintaining eye contact, they actually think that you have something going on with you. You are hiding something. And to think that some recently immigrated children are being diagnosed for some kind of disability, especially autism, because they lack eye contact. They are, torn to special ed classes with that labeling of one kind of disability or the other, just because of eye contact. They don't maintain eye contact, or they are shy. Some teachers misunderstand them. Some teachers goes on their way to analyze their behavior as being abused at home. Boom, they will call the cops and child welfare services to go remove that kid and his siblings from home. This is, maybe a pattern or behavior or habit that stems from a cultural standpoint. But somewhere, somehow, somebody on the other end does not understand that culture. And then they seem to misinterpret it based on their values, based on their value system, and then causing significant pain for an ethnic minority person who's just living their life for who they are. I have seen a lot of recently emigrated family lose their children to the system, to foster care systems. And this call came from school because a teacher have no clue the basic culture of every other place other than America or United Kingdom. And that's a shame. And that is actually racist, in my opinion. So, this is cultural misunderstanding and the implications that I just explained. Another part is loneliness. That is huge. Loneliness and isolation will drive you nuts. Loneliness is antecedents to depression. Remember now, you moved out of your native country where you have truckloads of families that will be there for you at any time. Just a phone call, you will have like 15, 20 cousins all around you to find out what's going on. You have friends, you have classmates, you have everyone you ever knew in your whole life. And you left them all behind and come into a culture, either alone or with your family. Even having family in the West doesn't mitigate the loneliness of this place. Because I think the way the system is built also triggers elements of pressure, tension, anxiety, and loneliness to people. Even people that is born in America suffer that loneliness and depression. So let alone someone that comes from somewhere that have no family support or friend support system. It's even hard. Like I said earlier, even people that have family, and hopefully you pray that you get along with your spouse. Because some healthy family and some healthy marriages in Africa get beat the moment they move into this culture. You see husband and wife that have been married for 10 years getting along and have no issues as soon as they move into the West. That relationship is going to get a beating. And if care is not taken, it's going to break down. Like again, this is all stemming out of the structure of the system, the pressure, the tension. And besides, it is not healthy to depend on your immediate family, your husband, your children for your social interaction. That is not the way the world is supposed to function. It's not a natural habitat for human beings, period. Because one is supposed to have external connection from the larger society, not just your immediate family, your husband, your children. I mean, you've been talking about the same thing every day, and it's no longer very, interesting. You need to be friends with people in the community. But like I said, the way the system is designed doesn't facilitate friendship. Because this system is absolutely very, very busy. Everybody is running their own schedule. Most of the time, people are not out, to cut you off, or they don't want to call you. That's not it at all. Excuse me. They have their own schedule, running helter-skelter, from work to home to grocery, taking care of their children. Even your siblings, even if you have siblings in America, and you both of you live in the same state or in different states, it's hard to be able to talk to someone on the phone, because your schedule and their schedule aren't the same. And you can be leaving messages and they can call you back only when it is convenient for them. So even in the phone, it's not easy to get through to a sibling, a family member, or a friend. This doesn't happen in Asia. This doesn't happen in Africa, where there is more to life. There is human connection. There is family love and friend love. And we take it for granted. My goodness. Once you get off Africa or Asia and hit to the West, you will, all of these things that I'm saying will be hitting you to your face. And you will not understand the impact of living with those loved ones that you are taking for granted in Africa. It will send you right down to depression. Like you're really having issues and you really need someone to talk to. And the few people that you know, you've been calling them back to back, and they're not answering your phone, and you really need to talk to somebody right away. And they're not available. Hello, my people. That is Western culture for you. And over a time, this loneliness, isolation, and individualistic culture and lifestyle is going to take a toll on your mental health. Then again, the third point is psychological crisis arising from rejection. Yes, most of us in diaspora suffer rejection because over time that you've been away from your country, friends, and family, you are kind of disconnected. Even if you are not disconnected, but the relationship is not exactly the same from the time you were back in your home country. And the quality of your relationship now, when you are in diaspora, the quality of your relationship with those at home, families and friends at home, is monetization of you. Whenever they call you, whenever they want to talk to you, it's about something happening to them, it's about them needing help from you. And that is not friendship at all. As soon as you leave the shore of Africa, Asia, and maybe other continents into the West, all of a sudden family friends have seen you as being, wealthy, or you have money, to give out at any time. So anytime they call you, it's not to talk about you or to talk about what's going on with you. They don't even care about what's going on with you, whether you don't pay your bill, whether you're homeless. They do not care. All they are asking is money. And that kind of relationship is not healthy. I'm not saying that everyone that you left behind does that. No. There are some siblings and friends that will continue to maintain that genuine relationship with you after you moved out of the country. They will actually call to find out how you're faring, how you're adjusting, how you are doing, without needing anything. But the problem is that whatever issues that you are facing in the West, they will not be able to help you or to advise you or to help you brainstorm your problem because they don't understand this culture. They don't understand how anything is being done here. In order for anyone to give you an effective advice, they will at least know the context of where your problem is coming from. And they can be able to offer you one or two ideas how to deal with it. So in that end, okay, it's completely not there. So people, friends from home, you can call, you can talk about what's going on at home, you can talk about what's going on, how are they doing, how are you doing. But as far as having to pour down your heart or pour down your stress or whatever that is bothering you emotionally and psychologically, they are not able to help you in that end. So you are effectively disconnected from the root, from the home country. And then you are in the West, and you are not accepted by people here because they view you different. Everything from your name, from your accent, works against you. They view you in such a way like based on xenophobia. They are now willing to make friends with you. So it's not easy to get new friends in a new nation to replace the old ones that you left behind. It's not easy. Yeah, some people can, get a few church members or few people in the church that will support. And I really encourage everyone that comes here to, find a home church to go. I don't go to church myself, but I think it's a place for a good, social connection. Especially people who are new in this country, because this place will hit your mental health, especially the loneliness and isolation part of it. The world is not supposed to be like this. It's not supposed to be so individualistic, where everybody is in their own world, completely disconnected and detached. Even in your home, you don't know who's your neighbor. Sometimes you don't know their name. You don't know who they are. And yet you guys have been neighbors for 15 years or 10 years. The only thing you talk about, the only thing is gesture. Hey, hi, how are you? How are you doing? And you keep going and they keep going. That's as far as it goes. This is the nature of this place, and I think it's abnormal. That is not supposed to be human habitat. Even the animals in the jungle, they sometimes cluster together to have a good time, to talk to themselves. But this society is far disconnected from what is normal. So this is how individualistic this place is. And by the time you come over here, you will realize there is a lot in life than materialism and money and pursuit of wealth. You not, but you will not understand it. And next, okay, we all want to move to have a better opportunity to, make a better life for ourselves. Please, my goodness, hey, Just please. That's what they tell you. That's what likes of CNN and BBC tells you, that you have no opportunity in your country. Oh, the only place you can ever succeed in life is the West, the US, Canada, UK, Australia, Europe. Please, that is not true. Fact of the matter is, like, people have to work hard, try many things, fail many times before they succeed. It applies to everywhere in the world. It's even easier in your home country. It's even easier in Africa and Asia than here. And I'm going to explain to you in a moment. First of all, when you get over here, depending on the visa, the kind of visa you have. But if you are coming from another continent and you have a professional visa, then as soon as you land, you can get a job, and your employers who invited you can help you file for your change of status, and life is much easier for you. Or if you win visa lottery, in case of US and Canada, you have a good start. At least the hustle to get a permanent residency is out of the way. But how many people have that kind of visa? Many came in with a tourist visitor's visa that got expired. And man, you are in. Because it's going to take a long while. And even years. Like, again, everything that I'm talking about is based on my US perspective. I'm not speaking for Canada, I'm not speaking for UK, I'm not speaking for anywhere else. I don't live there. But I'm talking about America. So, it's going to take a while to get your resident paper. If you are lucky, they're going to give you employment authorization that is renewable every year. So at least you can get a job. But anyway, when people file for their change of status, that is for their resident papers, part of the application is the employment authorization, what they call work permit. It's two different applications with two different fees, okay? I think the change of status now, I don't even know whether it is $2,000, and the other one for employment authorization is a different fee. But at least, okay, if they approve your employment authorization application, so you can have a card they call a work permit, so you can be working with that card pending the approval or disapproval of your residency paper, which we call green card. And in the past is an easier process that that doesn't take time, but now it takes a while because they're beginning to scrutinize everything. And if you don't have neither employment authorization or a work permit, you are in a world of trouble. You can do other menial job, like that some undocumented immigrants does, but guess what? Those employers take advantage of them. They don't even pay them the legal minimum wage, because these recently immigrants, they really want to, excuse me, my people, they want to survive. They want to take anything, any job to put food on the table. And human nature, being very capitalistic, we take advantage of this vulnerable population. So people do the dishes, wash cars, do all of that. At the end of the day, all the money that you made out from these menial jobs might not even pay for your rent, because this place is very expensive. People make it, and you will make it if you are determined, but I'm just telling you the process that you will have to be prepared for, because it's most likely that you will make it if you come over here prepared. Have plan A, B, C, then you can be able to make it. It even gets worse when you come over here, have no clue, and everything is like on your face. So this is why I am putting out this information out there for whoever that wants to listen. So back to the pursuit of money and the pursuit of wealth. Whether or not you're going to make it in the Western country is an illusion, because I don't know where that idea is coming from. Because obviously, anyone that thinks that they're going to leave their country to come to the West, talking about America, Canada, UK, the Europe, to make all that money, you really have to think again. Especially now, after the COVID-19 and with the war that is going on in Europe. There is economic crisis and almost recession in every country. I want to ask a question to my African family and probably to my Asian family, because these two continents are unfortunately the continents that, relocate a lot. I mean, do we really think that when we are coming to America, that every job is available for us to access, and there is no US citizens in that country or UK citizens that are looking for a job? I'm just asking. I'm sorry. Because that's a simple question, common sense question that we should ask. If people are selling everything that they own in their country, including properties, to come over here to start over, and the first question that I ask you is, do you really think that when you come into America or into UK, that everybody in this country have a job, and you're going to have a line of opportunities, and they're going to say hello to you and roll out the red carpet for you on the airport, and from there walk you to the next job? Do you really actually think it's that way? If you do have some skills, or you are an entrepreneur, good. But this place is not an Africa that you can decide to, set up your little store on the corner, or your restaurant or your business on the corner and start doing business. It's not like that here. This country is highly regulated. Everything you do, it has to be processed. The application has to be in the system. It has to be processed. It has to be approved. Every business. It has to be registered. So you may have come with thousands and thousands of dollars from Africa to come into America to start a business. And don't forget, that this country is huge. It's a country of 325 million with 50 states and Washington, D.C. that host many, many, many talented and skilled entrepreneurs and technocrats and professionals. Is very competitive in this country. So anything that you are doing, you must be like excellent, extraordinary in whatever you are doing in order to excel, in order to be successful in that. So I want you to know that this country is very competitive, and countries have reached their maximum limit of development. So I just want you to understand, it's not as easy to jump off your native continent and into here to get that opportunity that you are looking for. There is a road to that opportunity. If you are educated in Africa, then they can, transcribe your transcript from your school, from your home country, and most of the time they will give you prerequisite because you may not have enough credits in that transcript in order to gain a direct admission to whatever that you want to do. So most of the time they will give you prerequisite classes that you have to do. And this is all coming after you get your green card, because if you don't have a green card, you're not going to even think about going to school in America. Education is expensive, very, very hugely expensive. If you don't have a residency, you will be paying tuition as a foreign student, and it is absolutely very expensive. Then if you don't have a green card, you are doing a menial job to even put food on the table or to even pay for a roof over your head. So going to school is not what you're going to be talking about. So it has to be put aside. Your professional development have to put aside first to get your residency papers put together. And it takes long, it takes years, depending. So everything about going to school kicks in after you get your green card. Guess what? Because when you get your green card, you can get a student loan. You can't get any kind of loan in America without a green card, minimum of a green card. So when you finally get your green card, then you can apply for a student loan and can be able to go to school. And after you go to school for whatever you want to study, and then graduated, then you enter the workforce in that career. And guess what? You are going to get in from entry level standpoint, because there is a lot of people doing that career and profession already. So you're gonna be getting in from beginning stage, that is called entry level, and then from there you walk yourself up, and this takes years. That is about setting yourself up career-wise and professionally. So it's just very rare to step out of Africa or out of your continent to come into any of these Western countries and boom and jump into the workforce to practice what you read in Africa. It doesn't work like that, except if you have any company that hired you from Africa. That is a totally different arrangement, and not everyone are opportune to have this kind of visa. Now you are working and on the system. Hello, taxes. God. A lot of things that we Africans take for granted. In my country, Nigeria, government aren't running around small businesses for taxes. They go after multinational companies like Shell, Chevron, oil companies, ShopRite, MTN, DSTV. These are the big companies that Nigerian government might, go after, but they don't care. They will not, go after, a random person selling a hot dog on the corner of the street. So the owners, the small business owners, can do their business in peace without anyone running them to the rat hole for taxes. Like I said, I don't know about any other country. I'm talking about America. IRS will chase you down to the rat hole. And if you don't pay it, they're going to prosecute you and put you in jail. This is for people that have small businesses. Africa is a tax heaven. No one actually running around you. I mean, even people that owns huge properties, especially in my country, Nigeria. I don't know if you know anything about Nigeria. They own magnificent buildings. How many of them pays property taxes in that huge estate they own by themselves? But you can do it here. Your house will be confiscated by the municipality. So much so much things that we are enjoying in Africa, and yet we are complaining. Then about payroll taxes. After you work, are you ready for this? After you work in your payroll, God help you if you are single, because you're going to be paying the most bulk of your gross income in taxes. If you have families, maybe you can have it better with taxes. They're gonna cut off federal taxes, the state taxes. Then some city like New York City deduct New York City taxes, and they're gonna have to deduct every deductibles, like your retirement plan, maybe 401k or pension. They're gonna deduct that, then deduct your health care, because don't forget, United States is not like Canada and United Kingdom and other industrialized developed countries of the world, that being a citizen gives you entitlement to health care. No, not here. People who get health care from their employers, that premium is deducted from their payroll. Then Social Security taxes, Medicare. I'm going to sit down here and count all the deductibles from your gross. And by the time they are done, your net should be like, they are already cut off like about 40% of your gross. And you have just about 60% of your net to go back home with. And you think that is yours. No, nothing is yours in America. No. The next time you want to go buy clothes and shoes for work or anything else that you want to buy, you are going to be paying sales taxes. depending on the state. Different states have different percentage of their sales taxes. Last I knew, New York was about 12%, and I am not sure what it is now. But New Jersey is 7.5% that you pay in sales taxes. So, for example, if you buy something worth of $100, in New York, you're going to be paying 12.5% of that $100 in sales taxes. In New Jersey, you're going to be paying 7.5%. Some states are more cheaper than New Jersey. And some states, you don't even pay sales taxes at all, like Delaware does not have sales taxes. So whatever you want to buy, if you want to buy a car or something really expensive, people who live around the northeastern corridor of United States, I will encourage them to go buy it from Delaware. They are even corporate friendly, like in corporate registration and all of that. So their corporate taxes are even lesser. So Delaware is a very beautiful state when it comes to taxes. So other than that, you have to spend a chunk of your money in sales taxes. Then there is service taxes and property taxes. If you own a home, good luck to you in America. Well, many places have a reasonable property taxes, but not New Jersey. New Jersey, where I live, is the highest in the nation, property taxes wise. Just a little house or a little mini duplexes, you're going to be paying $600, $700 a month. A month in property taxes. So you're going to be paying, just in a little house, you're going to be paying about $8,000 a year. Then people with the bigger homes will be talking about $18,000, $20,000, $22,000 a year. In property taxes, the taxes you pay on the land where your house is built on. And if you don't pay it, the municipality will put a lien on your house. They will give you time to pay it. If you don't pay it, they will put up your house for auction. And by the way, that house is not yours. It's the bank's, because you are leasing the house on mortgage loan. It's not like Africa. I don't know about Asia. Africa, we build our house from the ground. We build it with our money. And when you finish building the house is yours and you live in it in peace. No one is knocking on your door. You're not going to be under tension, worried about whether you're going to lose your job and will not be able to pay for your mortgage, and the bank will come and foreclose your house and throw you out and repossess your property. And every investment that you have made in that property, every home improvement, everything that you have spent, upgrading the property, everything is gone. Because the bank is going to take the house back, including everything that you spend on it. It doesn't matter if you have only $20,000 left in your mortgage. So sometimes some of our folks in Africa will be seeing people taking a picture in a very huge, beautiful house. And they was like, oh my God, these people are living in heaven. Are you kidding me? If they tell you that some of those people don't even sleep in that house, they are working day and night to be able to pay for the mortgage and the property taxes to continue to live in that house, you will not believe. What point does it make? I would rather live in my smaller house, like, if I have 2-3 bedroom, it's my house that I build with my money. It's far better. It does very good for your mental health. You can go home and sleep. Even if you lose your job, you still have your house. That gives you stability. Anything that you have on mortgage or in debt doesn't give you stability, because you don't know when you're going to lose your job. And the moment you lose your job, everything is gone. One saying in America, one paycheck away from homelessness. And it is true. If you lose a job and after 6 months of unemployment benefit, which is about 60% of your income when you are working, and you you cannot even survive with your full 100% of your income, let alone when it is 60, but that is what it is. It is what it is. So after that 6 months, if you don't get a job, you are in a whole world of trouble, and your life and everything that you work for will crumble and crash in your own eyes, before your very eyes. So this country is a debt country. Okay, I haven't even talked about the car loan. If you buy a car with a car loan, fine, because that's another bait for African people. They're going to see their friends in America driving Mercedes, the newest model of the Mercedes, or BMW and everything. They was like, oh, these people are doing well. Some of these cars are bought with loans. We call it car note. If you lose your job and don't pay your car note for a few months, look, your creditor have the keys of that car. You will get up one day, one morning, and your car is gone. This is no joke. It's true. If you default in your car note, you will just get up one morning to go to work, and your car is gone. The creditors have come to pick up their car. They have repossessed it. That's how it goes. Have I even talked about student loan? That is the worst kind of loan in America. In Africa, we don't even have to pay our tuition for ourselves. Our parents pays our tuition. And then we graduate out of college and start life afresh. Many students in America don't have this opportunity. They take loan to go to school, and by the time they graduated out of college, they have a pile of loan and debts waiting for them before even they start working. I am putting apple to apple in comparison for people that live in other continent like Africa and Asia to understand that it's not as rosy as you think that the West may be. I am just keeping it real. And you will pay that student loan most of your adult working life. If you went to medical school, woo, is a lot. So it's a country of so many debts. Many things you see people enjoying. You see a good home, a huge expensive car. Most of them are purchased. Almost most of them. It's just few people cash down to get a car. It's just few people, maybe celebrities. But everyone else have to go the long way. So, and I refuse to agree that living a life of loan debt and having to strive, work like your life out to service these loans, everything that you make goes into service these loans and you have nothing left. I don't see that as a good life or a better life or a greener pasture, as the people of my country will call it. We haven't even spoken about the credit card. This is what you have to be careful of, because this is a country of consumerism. They will put this ad in your face everywhere you go. You will keep shopping. People keep shopping with credit card. Even things they don't necessarily need, because they have access to pay for it with their credit card. And at the end of the day, your credit card bill loan is up here. And once the principal is off the roof, then you might not even be able to pay it down, and you will be paying for the interest. Okay? And that's how you make money for credit card companies, because they don't want you to pay off the credit card. They want to maintain the principal so that you can be, paying for the interest accrued. So all the rest of your life, you will be paying that credit card. And let me emphasize it again. Everything that I'm saying is based on US perspective. I'm not speaking for UK, Canada, or anywhere, or Europe, anywhere else. I'm talking about the system where I live. So, you end up working to pay taxes and to service your loans. And you have nothing left. Unfortunately, people have to shop for their food and grocery and clothes with credit card. So I don't know where this concept of, coming to the West to seek for a greener pastures or to make money, I don't know where it's coming from. This place is hard. It will put your both feet on the grill. All this stress and tension does not, by the time you go through all these things, you will realize there is so much to life other than what you think you're going to get in the West. Then raising children here is another thing. Lord. If you emigrate along with your children in this country, you're gonna have a very hard times. It is not like Africa and Asia, where you're going to have very cheap nanny to watch your children, or even millions of family members that is willing to do that for you free. There is no free lunch in the West. You're not going to get any help with your children. You're going to do it yourself. Take them to childcare or to school, go to work yourself, come back, pick them. If you have to take them to any extracurricular activities like sports, you have to do what you have to do. Then come back, do homework, go to grocery, clean the house, alone by yourself. And God help you if those children ever have any scratch on their body and the next day they go to school, you are in a world of trouble. The system is coming for you and the rest of your children. And if your children are removed in your house, you're going to go through hell with a court before you can be able to get them back. But in Africa, we raise our children with peace of mind, with no one telling us how to raise our children. At least as a parent, you can worry about, having to raise the income, make money to raise your children. But here, you are out there trying to make money to support your family. You never know when someone call you from the school over some stupid allegations. And that's where the trouble begins. And I don't know what it looks like for any parent to lose their children to the system. And any parents, you don't want your children to even go to that foster care, to be placed in the system. Any child that is placed there is forever and permanently damaged. Even when you get them back, you will not recognize those children. It's not fair. It breaks my heart. Because there has to be something serious for the system to remove the kids from home. They can't just be removing kids from home over nonsense just to damage the children. So, but that's what we get. All I literally did in this video is to compare apple to apple, like the West and Africa or Asia. Okay, so to give you an insight, a clue of how this place is. Do your due diligent research. Speak to friends, many friends, not just one, that you have in those countries to tell you the truth, about the sociocultural settings in that country before you even make the move. The fact that your friend traveled overseas and seems to be doing well doesn't mean that your destiny is there, that you will do well when you get there. Everyone have their destinies. What works for one person may not work for another person. So don't be copycatting or copying because, that someone goes there and then, and things works for them. You could go there and may not even survive. So in everything, seek the face of God or whoever you believe before you make that move. And appreciate what you have. Because most of the time, what triggers people is greed. Because most of the time, it's not like that wherever in their country, they're not doing decently well, but they just have this huge, eye to a huge goal. Sometimes you're better off with the little that you have and be very happy in life. Because happiness and peace of mind and freedom is not something that you can buy. And without them, these things are what made life worth living. Happiness, freedom, and peace. If you don't have them, sadly, you are a broken person. I hope this video will be helpful and insightful for all my African brothers and sisters and Asian brothers and sisters that is looking forward to move to the West. These are, to the best of my knowledge, how the country is structured. You can please share this video for other people that you know that is considering moving. Also, please kindly subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and thank you so much for your audience. I appreciate you. We have a lot of conversation to be making. Okay, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Peace.